So now here's a little test we're going to be instituting for our smaller subcompact and compact cars. It's called the Brian test. Fits perfectly.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for tuning in for another episode. And before I, get going with this,
Did you get a new shirt?
I did get a new shirt. Thank you for noticing. Hate to explain it.
We have some official Desert Octane merchandise starting, and they should actually be hitting the website momentarily. But we decided to actually go ahead and go full-fledged and make it business-oriented with some embroidered polos. So be on the lookout for that at the shop. We're all looking gangsterific, as I like to call it. For other things. Yes. But David, what?
Thank you very much for tuning in. I did want to say, I love doing this. We love doing this. We love doing commentary. We love doing reviews. If you have a car and you want us to review it, just drop us a DM on Instagram or YouTube or wherever, and we would love to do your car. So, we are now in a 2018 Toyota Yaris.
Cut. Sir, it's a 2019 Toyota Yaris.
Is there really a difference?
Yes.
About one digit.
Now this
It does come with turn signals.
Now this is a smaller car. It's a lot smaller than anything I've ever driven. This is a subcompact. Everything's really close, tight. This is a grocery getter. Small engine, 1.4 liter, 1.5 liter. I'll probably have it right up here with what the actual size is, if I'm wrong.
Yes, as David said, so this is a very subcompact car. It's a very small car. This is not something that is going to jump out and have everyone saying, oh my goodness, look at that. However, the plus sides to this vehicle, though, is, and we'll go into detail with it, is price point, fuel economy, and I was about to say affordability, but that kind of goes with price point.
Tell me about the price point, Angel.
Well, that'd be great if I actually knew how much these went for.
These things probably top out at $20K.
That sounds about right.
A very paltry amount. And for what you get, I mean,
it's a simple car. Where simple but comfort meet together. You can tell by the instrument cluster, you're not just being blinded by super bright LCD screens, as we saw in the Ford Edge and the Dodge Dart. The command controls in the center is very relative to that of what you see in a lot of Mazdas.
Now, one thing that sticks out to me that I don't like is that it's the most base car you can get. This is a commuter car at its core. This is something to get you from point A to point B, and you don't care how long it takes you to get there. And what sticks out to me with that is because its price point more than likely caps out at $20K, maybe $30K if you're going super ritzy. There's a lot of plastic everywhere. It doesn't sound like there's a lot of insulation in the doors. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of metal or anything else refined in here. The shift knob right here, it feels like it's covered with that cheap pleather with a rubbery pleather around the shift boot, which, well, I don't know why they had that, because this is not a manual.
It does have a manual option, though, for those interested. You can get these. I believe it's a 6-speed manual.
Okay. I thought you were going to say the manual option with this gear shifter where you put it into manual mode and you just move the shifter.
No, that's not real.
That's not
manual.
real.
Let's be honest.
That's not real. I hate that.
But given what it is, it's not the fastest, but, given Arizona pricing, I believe gas for $87 unleaded, you are looking at, in the general field of about $3 a gallon. This car will actually get from, with almost a gas light on, because I don't believe from our lovely owner, if she's ever let this have a gas light turn on. However, when it's down low, it takes about maybe $25 to fill this car from E to full. It has about a 12-gallon tank, so that probably is a good reason for it. However, fuel economy is where this car strives the most, which for anybody interested in this type of vehicle, I'm seeing it as a lot of, first-time car buyers, people looking for a good fuel economy daily driver for when they are, commuting to and from work, long trips as well. Just to put it in perspective, I drove this car from Phoenix, Arizona to San Diego, California on a single tank of gas.
I would like to put a moratorium on the statement, it's not the fastest, because this is not a fast car at all. I'm not even going to say it's not the fastest as if it's faster than anything else. I really don't care, because once you're going that slow, everything else just looks just as slow in comparison. But my foot is to the floor.
Do you feel that weird little, click?
Yeah, that's the overdrive.
Is that what that is?
Or that's the downshift sensor. Almost all cars have those if they're automatic. You'll feel that sometimes. Sometimes you won't even feel it. Other times it's going to be obvious just like that. This is the most obvious downshift click I've ever felt.
If you look underneath the shifter, there's actually a sport button there. I was testing it out on the way here. You do notice, oh my goodness, weeboo. I did notice.
Oh yeah.
There is a jump in acceleration slightly, where I feel like, I don't know what the sport function does, but it does have a little bit more pickup and go. So I don't know if it's hanging on long, if it has longer, shift lines, if it's pouring more fuel into it, if it's taking in more air. I don't know exactly what it's doing.
I can tell you right now. It's a shift lines.
Oh, good. But that weeboo piece of shit totally overpasses. They're like 10 times ahead of us. So David, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and push that shit in. Like now.
I don't know where he is.
Exactly. He's already passed you. He's like 2 cars.
Well, it's because he was running like this.
He did a Naruto run.
Yes.
See, that's what this car is missing.
Naruto runs?
Yes.
It is.
I mean, it is a
Tell our lovely owner that if this car can Naruto run, it'll catch up to just about anything.
Or for our Overwatch fans, it could be a Moira run.
Oh, he is right there. That little piece of shit is right there. That guy. It's okay, he's turning.
He has a Ranger.
I think Brian's onto something here. We need to look more into this Naruto running for cars.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I feel super eating these every single time, but they are so delicious.
I do want to get a good amount of B-roll though, so that it's not just our faces.
Goodbye, David.
Yeah. Oh.
So this car is in the same market segment as the Ford Fiesta, the Nissan Sentra, the Nissan Versa, maybe even the Honda Fit, I would say. This is in the same segment as that, while also being offered in a hatch and sedan option. Now, the sort of market that this car is targeting would be first-time car buyers, maybe college students if they need to get around. Definitely, I would say this is a car targeted at first-time parents as well. Because you need to get rid of your fun car. You need something that's cheap, affordable, small, but also safe.
Right. Exactly. I can totally agree with that, just because, one, the price point isn't like too crazy high, especially for first-time car buyers. Everyone loves getting those breaks because banks love giving loans to first-time car buyers. So, I mean, this is definitely one to kind of go with. Gas, maintenance. Tires for this actually wouldn't be too expensive because the tires on this are quite small.
Yeah.
I think they might be 205s.
You know, one thing that really sticks out to me with this car is just like every other grocery getter, van, sedan, coupe for efficiency that I've noticed they all have this one characteristic. They have a really, really tall first gear. And by really tall, that means as soon as you're at a stop and you decide to mash on the pedal, the car just lurches forward really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
However, as soon as you get into second and third gear, that's where the shorter gears come into play. And that's where the fuel efficiency kicks in, and it just becomes a dog at that point. However, that first gear getting out of the hole, that is always going to be super, super tall.
which is good because that's what's going to go ahead and, when you're at a stoplight, you like the rule with it, which I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this. So your job when going ahead and merging onto the freeway from a stoplight, you want to go ahead and get to the posted speed limit almost as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, because we've all been there, getting onto the freeway, and somebody's trying to get on there as well, and they're literally going 10, 15 miles under.
Clearly, he doesn't look where he's Naruto running. And he's got like, what, two, what do they call it? Sharn?
I
Sharon.
believe
Up eyes. He's got two of those. He's only supposed to have one. So
Maybe he's
like
blind.
a idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember your anime references and do them correctly, or Master Roshi will come harass you.
Hello, Goku!
I need bulbous panties.